I thank the distinguished delegate of Replica Italiana. I now request the distinguished delegate of the State of Israel to make the statement.
Thank you, Madam President. Madam President and distinguished delegates, here I am as a delegate of Israel. Israel is happy. Israel has a bright future at the UN. On May 15, 1948, the day after Israel proclaimed its independence, Israel applied for the membership in the United Nations. You know, when Israel bought the land, it was nothing but a desert. No water, no resources, or nothing. But through our self-determination, we could build the Israel you see today. Israel is a vibrant democracy where Jews, Muslims, Christians live together in a full civic equality. There are two hats hanging over the heads of Israel, as well as the world: the nuclear threat and the demise of truth. The economy of Israel is a developed free market economy. The property of Israel's advanced economy allows the country to have a sophisticated welfare state, a powerful modern military said to possess the nuclear weapon capability, a nuclear infrastructure rivaling many Western countries, and a high technology sector completely on par with Silicon Valley. The State of Israel was admitted as the 59th member of the United Nations. There is only one member state in the United Nations that openly states it wishes to destroy other countries. It's none other than the largest terrorist organization, Hezbollah of Iran. Israel has walked a diplomatic tightrope as we try to present ourselves as a potential mediator between Russia and Ukraine. Israel has a strong cultural connection with both countries. Israel's foreign policy goals have therefore been overcome diplomatic isolation and to achieve recognition and friendly relation with as many nations as possible, both in the Middle East region as further afield. Israel keep its words and fulfill its promises. Cooperate with Israel and praise Israel. Thank you.
Distinguished delegate of the Republic of Senegal. I now request the distinguished delegate of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to make the statement.
In the name of God, most merciful, most compassionate, Madam President and the distinguished delegates, in the past years, Saudi Arabia has delivered a wave of reforms that have transformed society. The kingdom today boasts a newly inclusive society where the empowerment of women and youth has taken the center stage, underpinned by enhanced access to education and job opportunities. Women's empowerment is central to the nation's agenda, economically, socially, and publicly. From the rights to drive, travel, and divorce to unencumbered access to social official documents and wearing hijabs made not compulsory, the status of women has been profoundly altered for the better. From the cinema launches to the music festivals, fashion shows, and theme parks, Saudi Arabia is now a global hub for entertainment. The dream of home ownership is fast becoming a reality for Saudi citizens. The kingdom's goal is an education system able to cultivate promising young talent while also meeting evolving laborers' meeting needs. Not only we are focusing on in these sectors, Saudi has long invested in the health of the citizens and in the digital transformation of its healthcare sector. Under the steer of Vision 2030, Saudi will evolve from an economy dependent on oil revenues to one powered by diverse industries, global investments, and with the capacity to create jobs and opportunities for all its citizens. Saudi Aramco is working to reduce the carbon intensity, methane emissions, and greenhouse gases to make the future sustainable. The country is focusing on a peaceful solution to conflict, undertaking various efforts. The kingdom welcomes pilgrims to perform Hajj and Umrah to enrich their religious experience. Madam President, Saudi Arabia is now utterly focusing on making the kingdom more liberal and social by moving from the religious concepts. This shows the self-determination of the country. Since the UN inception, the kingdom has participated in its meetings and the role it can play in service of humanity. The kingdom also calls for Arab peace and unity. Saudi Arabia will be at the vanguard of any international efforts to implement objectives of UN. Thank you.
Delegate, Central African Republic, Madam President, please recognize. Next speaker, please proceed. Madam President, please call out any. We also have 3 more speakers, Madam President. Your list will be coming up. Thank you.
I now request the distinguished delegate of Central African Republic to make the statement.
Thank you, Madam President. Madam President of General Assembly, Your Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. The post-colonial era has seen the independence of many of the poorest countries in the world, Central African Republic among them. We together as a country faces absence of an orderly governance which has resulted in the deplorable condition. Low level of education and the absence of sufficient qualified administrators have added to the woes of our nation. Madam President, 1 in every 4 Central Africans was displaced in 2022, a figure that testifies to the severity of the protracted forced displacement crisis in the Central African Republic. Yet, 2022 was marked by improvements in the security environment in some localities, allowing voluntary repatriations to safe areas to resume in May. At the same time, new difficulties such as global inflationary pressures and a fuel crisis linked to the war in Ukraine are affecting refugees, internally displaced people, and host communities alike, exacerbating protection risk, reducing humanitarian access, and forcing voluntary repatriation to come to a temporary halt. The volatile security system pushes policymakers at all levels to seek short-term personal gains rather than adopt long-term reforms. Allied and armed groups are exploiting the population. Porous borders and a dependency on external factors have turned Central African Republic into an arena of geopolitical tensions and contestation. Renewed fighting in the north and west of Central African Republic and an increase in violence in the country's capital, Bangui, is putting humanitarian access in jeopardy. West and Central Africa continues to be victims of terrible impact of terrorism. Boko Haram in particular has developed into the most deadly terrorist organization in the world. Central African Republic is still on a mission to achieve right to self-determination as it fails to benefit from substantial natural resources, wealth, and respond to the needs of its population. This calls for sustainable development to pursue a sustainable future for Central African Republic. Henceforth, we call for continued cooperation to stand by us in attaining progress and self-reliance. Thank you.
The Republic of Korea has been twice elected as a non-permanent seat of UN Security Council. Our country began to adapt an import economic strategy to full-aid economy. The United States and the Republic of Korea are standing shoulder to shoulder in support of Ukraine by responding to Russia's unjustified attack. North Korea and my country condemned to be the only 2 legitimate governments in Korea. The United Nations must play a central role in bringing the community of nations together and step up the support to this country with limited technical resources. Countries like Japan with leading environment techniques must help and share new and renewable energies, technologies and with us. My country needs more assistance and increase the official development assistance. The negative economic effect of my country, looming democratic crisis, have warned much alarm. The country is having a low fertility rate, which create a saddle, a shrinking generation of youth people with the burden of providing for an uneven early growth. Our country allows lend a helping hand towards the needed. We have decided to provide an additional US $50 billion in assistance to help the Ukrainian government, people and refugees facing a crisis due to the illegal invasion of Russia. The United Nations played an invasion by the Russia. It gave the birth of a Republic of Korea through missions. My country was able to become what it is today with the help of UN. We will promote the participation of women in decision-making process of public, political and economic spheres. Madam President, let me conclude by saying that despite of few challenges, my country is getting a developed country. Thank you.
I thank the distinguished delegate of Korea